Shabbat Shalom, family. Brother Malachiah and my daughter Azoria is coming at you. Just want to bring a short lesson on the Shabbat day. I pray that you would get a message out of it. Family, right now, everybody's into this political thing that's going on with which president going to win and how's, what's going to happen. Really, for us, it's not going to change unless we turn back to the Most High and follow His commandments and follow His laws. It's not going to change for us. So it doesn't matter which one of them win, but I'm just going to show you what scriptures have to say. This is coming out of the Apocrypha. It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, because this tells you exactly what time it is, exactly what's going on today is in this book. Okay, so Zora's going to be my reader. We're going to start at 2nd Ezra 15, verse 1. Go ahead, Zora.
The Most High says, "Proclaim to my people the prophetic messages that I will give you, and then have them written down because they are true and will be fulfilled. Do not be afraid of those who plot against you, or be disturbed by their unbelief. All unbelievers will die because of their unbelief."
Now, when he say unbelievers, he's talking about the ones that don't believe that we don't have to keep the laws anymore. The laws is done away with. The Most High says that if you refuse to hearken to my word, if you refuse to walk in obedience to my laws, every unbeliever will die in his unbelief. You're going to die. You're going to perish. Okay, continue. 5.
The Most High says, "I am going to bring terrible disasters on the whole world, war and famine, death and destruction, because the wickedness has spread everywhere, and evil has reached its limit."
So the Most High says this. He says He is going to bring terrible disasters. Are we not seeing terrible disasters? We're not just seeing terrible disasters in Florida or in New York or Chicago. We're seeing terrible disasters in the whole entire world. This is worldwide, okay? When the Most High do something, He ain't going to just do it small. He do it in a big way. So He says, I am going to bring terrible disasters on the whole world, okay? Even in Africa, they're feeling this what's going on. He says, I'm going to bring war, okay? I'm going to bring famine. I'm going to bring death. Now, we already see in the famine, the war is about to come. It's already started, but the war is about to come. There will be death and destruction. So there's going to be death everywhere, people. COVID-19 is just the beginning of this thing. There's going to be a lot more going on. And why? Because of the wickedness has spread everywhere. What is wickedness? The people refuse to hearken to the Most High. They refuse to hearken to His ways and his laws. They want to do what they want to do. Men want to marry men. Women want to marry women. This is lawlessness. So this is why this disaster and destruction is coming upon us. Go ahead, Zora. 7.
Therefore, Yah says, "I will no longer remain silent about the wickedness of these powerless people. I will no longer tolerate it. They have murdered innocent people, and the blood they have spilled cries out to me for revenge. The souls of the righteous are constantly pleading for revenge."
Okay, so the blood of all these innocent people during slavery, they used to throw people into the water. They've thrown millions of people into the water during slavery because they didn't have enough food on the ship to feed everybody, or because you simply got sick. They threw you in the water to die. Okay, not to talk about the millions of babies in America and worldwide is being slaughtered. Okay, that they're talking about fetuses. There's not fetuses, babies with abortion. They're killing these babies. Okay, millions every single year. Yah says the blood of these innocent people, these innocent children, these innocent people are calling out to me. Yah, look what they did to us. When are you going to take vengeance on us? So the Most High is about to take vengeance, okay? Now, for the lesson's sake, we want to try to rush things a little bit because I don't have much time to be on this video. So we're going to jump over. We're still in 2nd Ezra 15. We're going to jump over to verse 14.
The world and the people in it are doomed. The war that will bring their destruction is very near.
So there's a war coming that will bring destruction. Go ahead.
Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations.
Now remember, in America alone, there is many nations living right in America. Okay? So don't think this is just a matter of China versus America. This is America versus America. Right now, we have these militia groups rising up all over this land, picking up guns in the thousands to go against each other. Okay? One nation, or as they call it, race, versus another. Okay? So like it says here, the war that will bring their destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves to fight against other nations. Even this thing with this election, you got one nation, the so-called white nation, is about to pick up arms to go fight the so-called black nation because, we're living at that time. So these are all warning signs for us to know what time it is. Okay? Verse 16. Go ahead, read 16, Zara.
There will be great political turmoil.
Stop. There will be great political turmoil. Now, what do you call what's going on in the White House? This party fighting that party. Have you ever seen anything like this before? We've had many elections in America, but none like this. So Yah said, he's giving us a description of the end, guys. He said there will be great political turmoil, okay? With one group trying to overpower another. This is exactly what's going on. Which party are you for? These people are going down to the voting places armed with AR-15s and sidearms. I mean, it's just total this craziness. But Yah gave us a description of what was going to happen in the future. He told it to Ezra, the high priest, and now it's revealing to us what he was really talking about. Okay, so read from 16 again.
There will be great political turmoil, with one group trying to overpower another and gain control, while ignoring the legitimate government.
So while they're ignoring the Most High, right? While they're ignoring the Most High, they're worried about, is Trump going to win? Is Biden going to win? It doesn't even matter to me, but continue. 17.
There will no longer be free access to cities.
Okay, now this is the only, out of the whole book, okay, out of all the scriptures, this is the only one I know that tells you this. He gave us this warning. He says it's going to come a time when there will be no longer free access to the cities. Guess what, guys? When this COVID-19 first came out and things got really bad, they stopped you. You could not travel from New York to Florida. You could not travel from North Carolina to South Carolina. They were actually setting up where you could not go from one state to the next. They say that the fall, which we are in, is going to be much worse than when it first hit in the winter. So Yah said there's going to come a time, now we can get it, that you won't have access from one city to the next. Not just a matter of the border, like leaving the country. You can't even, right now, you can't even go to Canada, because I usually go to Canada every year. You can't even go to Canada. The border is shut down. But what I'm saying is even from city to city, it's going to be shut down. You cannot leave one city to go to the next city. And it's right here in the book. In the Apocrypha, 2 Ezra 15, verse 17, it tells you, right, that you will not be able to leave one city to go to the next. Continue.
18. Because the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion wherever people live. Driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions.
Now, this is the whole thing I'm getting to. I've been trying to tell people for years, store food, store food. Why we need to store food? The Most High already told us something is going to happen, okay? Something is going to happen, and there's going to come a time, which I believe this is that time. He says it's going to be driven by famine and terrible suffering. So people are going to be sick. People are going to be suffering. People are going to be starving. And now, obviously, why can't they just go to Walmart? Why can't they just go to Key Food or wherever the grocery store? Because they're shut down. So now that the places are shut down, someone's going to shut it all down, guys. Okay, this is where your food shortage come in. And you won't be able, people are going to starve because how many people have 1 month worth of food in their house? If for 1 month you was not allowed to leave your food, do you have enough food and water for 1 month? And what's to say is guaranteed that your faucet is even going to work? So the point of the matter is, Yah told us what is coming. So we that have wisdom should be preparing for what's coming. That's what wisdom do. But if you have no wisdom, you just think, oh, I could go to Walmart any day of the week and everything's going to be fine. No, there's going to come a time when Walmart would be shut down. So again, 19. Driven by famine and terrible suffering, men will assault their neighbors, okay, and mercilessly plunder their possession. What is this saying? Men are going to come and kick down your door to take your goods, your possessions. What is the goods that they want? Your TV, your iPhones? No, they're starving. They want your food. If you have food and water, they're going to kick down your doors and come in and get it. Guys, during this time, just like we've seen when this corona first started, the police was not working, most of them. They wouldn't even come when you call them. We're going to have lawlessness. There's going to be no 911 to call. Your neighbors are going to be so hungry, they're going to kick down your doors to come and take whatever you have. Do you have a way of defending yourself? Because you can't call 911 when this time comes. Better yet, I've been encouraging people to try to get out of the cities. At least that would be a little safer than staying in the middle of the city where people are totally crazy. My daughter's in New York and I've been telling her, get out of Brooklyn, but she won't listen. So the point of the matter is what I'm trying to say here. Pay attention to this. If you don't have an Apocrypha, look this up online. This is 2 Ezra 15. And he gives you a total description of the time we're living in and what's coming. Okay, continue at 20.
The Most High says, I am calling together all the kings of the earth to come from north, south, east, and west, to turn back and restore what they have taken.
So he's giving them an opportunity they can make things right. You know, if America was to say, okay, we're going to give you guys your 40 acres and a mule and reparations and try to make things, but they're not going to do that. So Yah's going to have to put judgment upon them. I'm going to read one more verse and then I'm going to end the video. Let's go down to verse 24.
Sinners who do not keep my commands are doomed, says the Most High. I will have no mercy on them. Out of my sight, you rebels. Do not defile my holy temple.
Okay, this is for all the people that honestly believe the laws is done away with. Okay, the Most High, what is a sin? Sin is when you go against the Most High's instructions. Okay, when you go against his laws, when you refuse to keep his laws, that's called sin. Right? Yah says, sinners who do not keep my commands are doomed. So if you ain't keeping the commands of the Most High, you're going to be doomed. Okay? I'm giving you the message. Do whatever you want with it. But this is what the Most High said. This is Yah's word. Now, I'm going to just show you one thing. Let's go back up to 15. Okay, at the beginning, it says, the Most High says, again, the Most High says, proclaim to my people, okay? Proclaim to my people. So who's talking? This is Yah's words. This isn't, Ezra is just writing down Yah's word. It says, Yah says, proclaim to my people, his people. Okay, so I'm just showing you, this is not coming out of no letter that's I, Paul, giving my opinion. No, this is Yah's words. So take it, leave it. I'm just bringing it. I'm the messenger. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful Shabbat. And I pray you hearken to the voice of the Most High. Hallelujah.